Welcome to the Caution Flag Contemplations Podcast, a racing show for the fans by a fan. Welcome into this, the last NASCAR episode of the Caution Flag Contemplations Podcast for the 2025 NASCAR season. Fair warning, I'm tailgating this thing, drinking a lot of water. Just let everybody know that ahead of time. I even got an ice cold in the cooler right over here next to me. So, anyways, welcome in. Y'all have a pretty good weekend. Got JP and D-Watt here as normal. Yeah. Did you have a good weekend, JP?
Oh, yeah. Didn't have to work. It was nice. Other than yesterday, kind of had some stomach issues watching the race, but wasn't bad.
What did you eat on Saturday?
I made cube steak, but it didn't happen until the next morning.
Well, it's probably the gravy, honestly. It's a little greasy. It happens, you know.
I guess.
I didn't have any issues. I went and partied hard. Didn't have any issues. So I'm proud of that. D-Watt, how was your weekend? Did you have a great time?
Oh, it was good. Played some pickleball. Had a good Halloween. Did a little fire of it. And so the fire was good over at with Amy and Ryan, and my parents were over there. So that was pretty cool. Did a little costume dress up like I was Coach Key for Georgia Tech. Went over there, and so here's the thing. So I was told to have a costume and all this good stuff in this text message, a group chat. I get over there dressed up, and me and Katie dressed up, kind of, and then nobody else is dressed up. So I was a little confused on the communication was not clear.
They got you.
I had a good weekend. Did some walking to pickleball and watching football. I had my screens on Saturday night with some, with the race with the Xfinity, and then I was watching some of that Tennessee game, and then I was watching some Georgia Tech, and all my teams lost, my drivers lost, but all in all, it was a good weekend.
That's good. Well, first of all, I just throw back to early in the year, before D-Watt was a married man. Second race, we all went to Atlanta, and I'm imagining that one of the people that wasn't wearing a costume was also in attendance that race that was supposed to be wearing a costume, so shout out to him. He's a Chase Briscoe fan. Damn, that didn't work out for him, did it? It came up just short last I checked. Hey, at least he picked the Bass Pro driver, so we'll give him credit there. He'll probably be on Sport Talk with D-Watt here before too long at the rate he's going. So, did listen to Sport Talk with D-Watt. He had his nephew on there, niece, last week. Listened to both of those. Two-parter with the niece, single with the nephew. Did pretty good. He's pretty good. We're going to have to teach him a couple things about football, college. I did catch him one time, just he said the wrong thing. I don't remember what it was, but it's pretty funny. But he did a really good job. I was proud. I guess I'm not ask how old he is on here, but I thought for his age, he did a very, very good job. If he does happen to hear this, shout out to him on that. But I'll tell you about my weekend. It was it's Monday at 6:19. This is going to be the longest podcast of the year. Let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. Hope everybody's got a drink and feeling comfy because it's going to be a minute. So back to how I used to do when I did this by myself. I think I said something like, grab a drink, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show because it's going to be a show for sure. Friday night, Thursday night, we went trunk or treat. Spider-Man wanted to go trunk or treat. Took him trunk or treat. He actually didn't get any candy. He just jumped in a castle, like a jumper thing. So then Friday night comes around. He's like, I go Halloween. And then there was no jumper, and he was pissed. He did put on his Spider-Man costume, got a decent amount of candy. Neighborhood looked a little bit like the Daytona backstretch last lap, kind of. When we were here, we left, went to see some other friends who also dressed up as a Tennessee football coach. I need to make one comment towards him and D-Watt here, both apparently. Y'all both ripped me off from last year when I was Coach Heupel. So, Matt, D-Watt, y'all need to get together because that's unacceptable to rip off my costume like that.
I could have worn the exact one because I got the same pullover you got, so I could have worn the headset, the pullover.
You have the orange pullover I have?
Oh, I've had it for a year, yeah.
Bro, okay, let me go ahead and tell you. So I was watching your podcast right before this thing started while we were waiting for you to finish eating dinner, and I'm sitting here talking to the wife. I'm like, this mug has got the same daggum Atlanta Braves short sleeve hoodie that I have.
Oh, no.
I was like, what the actual crap? I was like, why? I told her, swear to God, me and him, we can go and this is true, JP probably knows this, we can go to the racetrack, go to the merch trailers at different times. He'll come back with the same BS in his bag. I come back with my bag almost every time. And he don't even like Kyle Larson. I was waiting for him to have the same freaking hat for the show today. God, see, I told you it was gonna be a good show. I'm having a great time. It's been a great week. But I got some Airheads. Grape. Oh yeah. This one's for you, JP. Get yourself together. But no, I mean it was a good weekend. So then we did the Halloween thing Saturday. Oh man. Went to the Tennessee game. D-Watt has a sport talk show, but he didn't really want anybody that went to the game to be on the show, so I wasn't on it this week. And watched Tennessee lose to Oklahoma. Had a good time with my buddies. It was I got a lot of stories I'd love to tell y'all from that whole time. One, real quick, we were walking in, and somebody wanted to throw me a water off the fourth story of the parking garage, and they actually threw me two. I caught both of them. The other kid dropped his. I don't know what to tell you. Some girl stole my water, though. What a jerk. But I was like, you know what, honey, if you need it, you can have it. And, it is what it is. But it was. I had a good night other than Tennessee losing to Oklahoma because they suck. Unfortunately, my costume of last year, Josh Heupel, his job's not looking too good. I'm just going to say it. If we lose to Florida and Vandy, it ain't looking too good. But we'll see. I was there. Had a great time Saturday. Did that. Came home Sunday. Got a little haircut. Went and did a little pickup job on the prize for the little picks win. Came back, watched the race, grilled some hot dogs. It was a great time. But I thought it was the best race of the year, really, honestly. Very enthralling. So I had a great weekend. But it was a long one, by God. It was a long one. So other than that, I guess we'll just get it right into it. No picks this week. Congratulations to D-Watt. He is our 2025 Caution Flag Contemplations pick winner. We'll probably do something special when we go to the Dome, but for now, you take the win after starting. He got the Austin Hill to start, no playoff points, and still made it through and advance with the win.
Me and you should just probably pack it up. And
Yeah,
not pick on anything ever again.
The problem is he was trying to win. He's starting to understand now that he has his own podcast. Sometimes you have to say things that don't make the most sense to have a good podcast.
You got to make content, man.
Yeah, he was here to win. We were here to make content, and that's okay though. I got him a nice prize. So D-Watt, you have to choose option 1 or option 2, and I'm not telling you what they are. You just have to pick. This is my dad likes to play this game at Christmas. Sometimes he puts his stuff behind the doors at the house.
Yep.
Get option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. But for you, it would be option 1 and option 2. So would you like door option number 1 or door option number 2? We need to know.
Give me number 2.
Okay, well, you can have number 2 at the end of the show. So you'll guess you have to wait and see what it is, big dog. Psych! You're only going to have to wait for an hour and a half. We're going to see how long we can make this. Y'all sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Sorry. It's a good night. All right, junk of the week. News. Real quick in our area, a couple things I noticed on Facebook. Super dope schedule for Bulls Gap next year. They're going to have like a full speed week kind of thing. It's like 4 races, 5 nights, 100,000 win super deal. I mean, I think that's pretty sweet. Is this Bristol weekend? That's what I was trying to figure out real quick. 2026 Bristol. That is going to be. I think it's either the weekend after. It might be the weekend after. I don't have it up here in front of me. Sorry. I didn't put the dates in here. Sometime in April. The Bristol Food City 500 is on Sunday, April 12th. It's right around that. So that'd be cool to see that. Something that we talked about on this show, actually, was that we would like to see a Tennessee Speed Week. So that's kind of our chance to have it. Hopefully I get to go a good bit on that. Another local thing, as reported by JP in the CFC chat, Newport Speedway gets Cars Tour date, October 3rd, 2026. That's big time for the Newport Speedway. Made the local news up here. I guess the hope is that the 3-car makes an appearance, boys. Do you think, we'll go ahead and start making picks for next year. Do you think the 3-car shows up at Newport Speedway?
The 3-car? You mean the 8-car?
Wow.
Or no, he does run the 8-3.
He runs the 8.
He runs the 8-car. Yeah, 8-car.
Yeah. Sundrop? Yeah. It's Sundrop 8, Budweiser 8. Yeah, it's 8. You're right. It's 8. Whatever. Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. racing Newport Speedway in the Cars Tour.
I hope so.
Yeah, you're an 8.
I'll be there no matter what, though. That's not one I can miss.
Yeah.
I think he will hold off and keep it more to the tracks there in his area, but I'll definitely be there. I think I'll be there for sure. New track, new series. I don't know a lot about the asphalt thing. I'm trying to learn more about it, and the series is good. But yeah, they crash a lot of cars, and a lot of daddy's money in that series, but I was hoping to be better this year. But yeah, it's something to watch on Flow, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope to make it this year and did not make it to a race, unfortunately. Um, I don't know. I really hope to. I hate a little bit that they put this in the middle of football season. I thought that was kind of crappy, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I was trying to look at the track record holder at Newport Speedway because I thought it was a name that I was going to want to talk about, but I guess we'll hold back on that. I know that he did in one division, but anyways, I don't know. We'll see what happens there. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna cover a couple. Y'all can cover a couple here. The Ram trucks, Daniel Dye, Justin Haley, also reported by JP. They have 2 trucks that are going to wreck. How many out of 26? You want to say 23 out of 26?
Oh, baby. It's going to
baby.
pile them up.
Apparently, they're built Ram tough, so they're hoping that they can make it. I don't know.
Let me just tell you what. They better not have the damn plastic upper control arms that they put on the Ram 1500 these days on them damn race trucks, because they're going to go through a lot of them.
Weren't you getting one for a TRX not that long ago? It was like $3,000.
That was an axle. That was a front CV axle. That was $3,000 for a Ram TRX.
Bad A truck. That's pretty dope. But I don't know. Other than that, y'all want to cover some of these news items? D1, you want to go?
Sure. A colleague officially pausing the Xfinity team caught me a little bit off guard. I saw that on X, and get y'all's take on that. I didn't expect it. They hadn't had the best of years. So I guess those drivers are going to go find somewhere else to go or do a truck series with them. So I was curious on what y'all's take on that was.
I mean, I think a lot of it's just because they're going to Ram, and they lost their Chevrolet Sim access pretty much, and all of their Chevrolet info for the Cup teams. And it's kind of like, if you're starting this new truck endeavor here, why waste your resources on an Xfinity team that you're not going to get any help with?
Yeah, you're not going to get the car upgrades and such from Chevrolet, for sure. I was thinking about this yesterday actually. If we weren't in the charter system, I don't think they would run a Cup car next year. But because they have the charters, they're basically going to have to run them or rent them out to somebody because they are not getting Chevy support. First of all, to your point, a lot of these drivers are going. Daniel Dye drove the 10 car, I believe, full time this year in the Xfinity Series, going to the Truck Series. I can't remember who the other drivers were. Christian Eckes. Well,
Haley.
Justin, yeah, but he didn't drive for them this year. So I was trying to think about this year in their cars. So we'll see. They're in a weird spot with that. It's hard for me to watch Kaulig go. They were so good for so long, kind of. For a while, they were the Chevy team, even better than Junior Motorsports, right? And think back to the days of what was that dude that drove the 11, the leaf filter guy? Kind of when the Xfinity Series was becoming the Xfinity Series from Nationwide Series. They were really good there for a while. And sucks to see them go. We'll see what happens. I'm sure they'll do good in the trucks. Obviously, they're going to put the money into it because they don't do anything half butted. So curious to see how that goes. And then maybe the good news for Kaulig is in the future they are I think their move here is to be the Ram team going forward. So you'd imagine that they start looking at a Dodge, Fiat, whatever, Xfinity car, Cup car, whatever they're going to do. So. It might be a Durango. I don't know. They've talked about making Xfinity Series SUVs at some point. So we'll see what happens there. But, yeah, that's definitely sad kind of to see him go.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all saw, but this previous weekend we had the World Short Track Championship at the cornfield at the dirt track at Charlotte that they somewhat called a racetrack. I've never seen a dirt track tore up that bad. There are countless videos flying around. My favorite, there's one of like a modified. I don't know if it's in a heat race or a B-main or something. But he goes into 1 and 2 and hits a bump, and it takes his right side door off, drives over it, and throws it up in the air because the bumps are so damn bad. It was absolutely terrible. I don't know what they did. I hope they get that fixed before we go have the World Finals there.
Yeah, I hadn't seen a lot of videos, but I did see on social media the moaning and groaning, so it doesn't surprise me. But anyways, other than that, y'all have any other news you need to talk about? Yay, nay.
Jimmy Owens wins at East Alabama Motor Speedway. Whitener was light at the scales. Was that it?
Yeah.
DQ'd. Lightweight, baby. Jimmy had a great quote at the end of that. I don't know if y'all saw that. He was like, well, this place rubbers up, and it does burn off extra rubber.
Oh my God.
And then he's like, yeah, paycheck's still paycheck.
Yeah, he did not mind take the money. And then Turbo wins Sunday. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah.
Turbo won yesterday. I don't know if I got that in the notes or not, but he did win yesterday. It wasn't over when I wrote the notes, but he did get the win for the $30,000. They only had 22 cars show up. They raced 3 days for like $50,000-$60,000. What the crap, man?
Everybody's tired of racing. They got to have their 2-week break.
I don't know if y'all looked, but the dome entry list was pretty hot and heavy. I think they were a little worried about the weather too. There was a little bit of rain chance, and Eames has gotten a little bit of that, like, we're going to run 27 classes reputation from what I've seen on the internet too. So, but I think it was a really good race from what I could tell. So they had a good season there for Super. So good to see that. Pretty much does it for Dirt Track World Finals up this week. Charlotte, JP's favorite. I saw the entry list.
Charlotte's a great track.
Looks pretty hot and heavy. Corey 23V's headed up there, so I thought that was, I guess he's going to go race with the big boys. You got that, and then you got Sonoa follows that like 2 nights next week for Flow. So definitely looking forward to all that upcoming. May or may not have a show on that. I don't really know. Probably not next week. We'll probably have some kind of wrap-up show later. Probably not next week. So I'm about ready for a week off. But other than that, NASCAR heads to Phoenix. I'm going to handle truck. D-Watt's going to handle Xfinity. I'm going to do the Cup. And then we're going to talk probably for like 4 hours about how great Denny Hamlin is. So, anyways, trucks, Phoenix. Lane Riggs goes out, sets on the pole of the big show. They wreck on lap 1 for like the 15th time this year in the truck race. Idiots. Just absolute idiots. Like, you guys kind of got one job. Go to Phoenix. Don't tear the truck up. Bring it back to next year and get your ride. Like, what are we doing? Anyways. Lap 1 wreck again. It wears me out. Now, this is something I don't know if y'all have heard me say very much this year. Corey Heim wins stage 1. Corey Heim wins stage 2. Corey Heim wins the race. Now, there was a little drama. There was a little drama and a little cheating. I'm calling it how I see it. He cheated. I don't know what else to tell you. It looked to me like he cheated. He cheated. But, anyways, we have a late yellow. Essentially, bring out the green, white checker here. And, Corey restarts 10th, takes it freaking 7.5 wide on the infield there at Phoenix. Yeah. Passes like 27 cars with the 4 tires that he took for some reason, which, just remember, he took 4, went to 10th. 4 tires, 10th place. Just remember that for later.
Remember that.
In the 11. Just remember that. So, anyways. He dropped back there, and, he did what he needed to do. He got the passes done, and, he was gone. I mean, Corey Heim deserved to win the championship, I guess. He's won the most races. He dominated this race. I was surprised this truck passed Tech. This is what I wanted to ask you guys about his season. Obviously, D-Watt picked him to win the championship, all that. Yay, go D-Watt. But, this is what I want to ask you about Corey Heim. 1, is he going to be this good going forward, or is that he's going to be one of the flash in the pans? 2, are we going to hear good stories about this truck in the future? D-Watt, I'll let you go first.
Okay. I think my hot take on Heim is he's going to be the next star going into all the Toyota future. I think he's going to be the star. Next Bell or the next, just those guys that drive for that team over there. I think he's going to be the next Joe Gibbs Racing superstar.
All right, JP?
I am the opposite. I think he'll be a decent driver. I don't think he's going to end up being what he was in the Truck Series when he moves up to Cup eventually. I think he'll be a decent driver. He'll get some wins, but I don't know that he'll have that same domination. I mean, yeah, it's impressive what he did, but also if I was in that 11 truck, I probably could pass 10 cars with 4 tires. Yeah. I mean, that's been the best truck mechanically all year.
Definitely
I don't know.
Solid truck. Well, I have a different take from both of you, and I really thought one of you pulled this out. But usually what happens is when you get these really good drivers for Toyota in the Truck Series, usually Chevrolet comes in and says, nope, we'll take you. There's one that comes to mind, Kyle Larson. Oh, y'all screwed up. They held on to Bell. I guess that's good. I don't know. Surely they won't let him go. But I am curious to see what happens with Corey. He did not have to race much this year. It's like actually my one concern for him. His truck was almost so good. Like is his racecraft really that good? Because he pretty much just running qualifying laps, right? So I don't know. We'll see. But he definitely has the potential. Don't know what he's doing for cars next year. You know, there was talk that he was going to go in that Sam Hunt racing car some, and then they've got 2 full-time drivers, so are they going to open up a third car? With the Colleague Xfinity program shutting down, just if you think about it, that leaves room for essentially 3 cars in the field. So who's going to add cars? Who's going to, do that? So I'm really curious to see what happens there. Chevrolet's still going to need their cars for their development drivers too. So we'll see what happens. Or does Toyota pick up some extras? I don't know. I'm really curious to see how that goes. But congratulations, Corey Heim, on the win. We all felt good about that. I think it was fair. I do think he laid back on the restart. I wasn't joking about the cheating. I really would have rather than call it. I mean, they've called it in the past at this track with that whole cutting down thing. Like, they should also probably put grass down there, but that's a whole nother story. But I don't know. They've called people for laying back. They let him win, kind of. But really they were just trying to set up Dennis. So just remember that. This was all to set up Dennis for Sunday, okay? You hear me, D-Watt? Corey Heim, 10th place, restart, 2 laps to go, champion, 11 truck. All right, you got it. All right, just want to double check. I did want to point out a couple things about Heim's year. They're major important, like a couple overall things for the truck series here. Corey Heim, 12 wins out of 26 races, and he pissed away 4 of them to start the year, if y'all remember. Like, just pissed them away. That's absolutely impressive to me. 52 stages in the year, he won 23. That's pretty daggum good. That's almost half. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, think about that. Matt Crafton retires, goes away in the absolute worst way possible, bitching, moaning, kicking, and screaming on the way out the door. Did y'all see the interview after the race?
I just want to say something. Matt Crafton was in the 2005 NASCAR Chase for the Cup game in the same truck. Bro, it's time to hang it up. I mean, damn.
He is hanging it up. He said that monkeys could drive the trucks. That's what he said on the way out the door. And I'm sorry. Apparently he could get out drove by a monkey. I don't know. I mean,
here's
his
the
teammates
thing,
were
though.
good.
Here's the thing, though. That's all it takes is if that monkey has some money, that's all you got to do to get in the truck series.
I mean, I understand that, but Ben Rhodes, Tom Majeski, they're all Thor Sport, right? Like, where was he at? That's not a. He said it's easy to run them wide open, yada yada yada. I understand. I think I like Crafton. He was a great guy in the truck series. I just really hated to see him take that ungraceful approach on the way out the door, basically like, I'm going to go race somewhere where drivers matter. And I'm like, yeah, because you finished 4th out of your team cars. Good job. Congratulations. But I just kind of hated that because I did, D-Watt, you remember, we used to watch him back there when he was good, winning at Texas, Atlanta. We used to watch every Friday night at my house, your house, whatever, and that kind of sucked. So, Fox TV coverage, let's just go ahead. Who wants to dookie first?
All right. Somebody needs to fire all of everybody that works for Fox. How do you not go to the track for the championship race to broadcast? Just how, as a company? How do you set that up? Why? Like, whose incompetence came up with that idea?
Yeah, I mean, you think it's a big race, championship race. I mean, come on, get out there. Like, fly them out there. What you got to do to get these people out there to call the race? I don't get it either. I don't agree with it, and I feel like if it's going to be on TV and it's going to be a big deal for a championship, why are they not calling the race out there?
I mean, I feel like Fox got just shafted in NASCAR. I think they're upset about losing some of their races early in the year, and I don't know. It's disgusting, unfortunately. It really hurts. They didn't have the practice session on TV, not on the app, nothing. Like, gross. The good thing is, the truck races are always on Fox or FS1 all year. I like the stability of that, but God, their broadcasts they were terrible because they weren't there. They were behind, slow. If you're a race fan watching the race, you knew more than the broadcaster did, unfortunately. And that's not their fault because they're not there looking at it. That just I can't do that. So hate that. But other than that, I only have one next year question. What will Caden Honeycutt do in the 11? Obviously, he stepped in the 52 halfway through the year after getting the boot out of his Chevrolet, got in Toyota. Looked pretty daggum good for Friesen. He did give it everything he got there. He finished 3rd. in this race in the 52 truck. I feel like that was a really good effort for him. Had a chance at the end. So, what do y'all think he's going to do next year in the 11? Dominate, yay or nay?
11 will be back-to-back champions. You heard it here first.
Okay. I say he'll win 5 races, make the championship 4, but he will not win it all.
I like it. I think Ram will win the championship in trucks next year. Just go ahead and mark that wherever you want to. That's your nugget.
Who you got? Daniel Dye?
Cletus McFarland.
They hadn't announced that yet.
He's not. No, okay, so everybody, I don't know if y'all caught this. Let's talk about this real quick, too. So this is what's going to happen with that truck team. They're going to have like a YouTube social media team that's basically going to switch out drivers. Tony Bridinger, Cletus, maybe Frankie Muniz. It got leaked, kind of. There's like 4 or 5 different. Haley Deegan was on there, and like so that's kind of
Haley Deegan needs to
stop. That's the expectations that they're kind of going to have like a young people, popular people truck that's just going to swap in and out. And I think that's a good idea for advertising for them. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know. Looking forward to trucks next year. I wish they'd go back to short tracks though. God bless. Go race at Kingsport, Newport, Concord, Anderson, South Carolina. Like what are we doing? Get off the mile and a half and get off the daggum road courses. By God, if these guys ain't learn how to drive road courses, they can go run damn IMSA. Like, golly, man.
You can keep Lime Rock.
Whatever. They keep one.
That's my favorite racetrack of all time.
One is
probably.
fair. Keep one. Get rid of the rest of them. That's my opinion on the truck series. But that's it. Other than that, since we talked about the worst TV coverage, we'll talk about the series with the best TV coverage of the year.
Hell yeah,
Let's hear about the Xfinity series.
All right.
Finale, Phoenix Raceway.
Xfinity at Phoenix. Paul went to the 20 car. Stage 1, Taylor Gray, my man. Big fan of Taylor Gray. Hope he's got some bigger plans for next year. Hopefully he can get it together, have a little better runs next year. Stage 2, the 7 car and the 88. Those two dominate Stage 2. I picked Allgaier to win the race and championship, I believe. Something like that. And I was watching this game on TV, and 7's car was looking stronger at the beginning. He was passing the 88. Them two were kind of going back and forth. But the 7 car, I thought, like stages 1 and 2, I thought he had a really good car, and it just didn't keep up with the track or pit plans, whatnot. Just kind of didn't. There towards the end, which I'll get to here in a minute, just didn't quite work out to the end. The 7 car leads to start the stage. Lap set. So it was yellow for the 70 with 80 to go. The 2 makes contact with the 7 with 52 to go. The 41 gets dumped here. Stage 3 just backed it right in the fence. I saw they did have a little conversation after the race. It seemed pretty calm, but I would have been pretty ticked. I was hoping he'd get out and sling something at him or something like that, but didn't.
Christian sent it in there, Bo. I mean, he drove about 5 miles deep and then just got wiped out.
Christian Eckes is good at one thing, wrecking race cars. I don't know. But, I mean, I didn't expect much out of Sieg. He's a pretty even-keel guy, really. And then, you can't get in the car for the suspended guy and then go get suspended for Daytona. Like, you can't do that, right? I mean, come on now.
So, Jesse Love takes the lead off pit road. And at this point, many people probably weren't thinking he was going to win the race or championship. I like Jesse, which I know you like him, Casper. I'm a fan of Jesse Love. I like how he kind of handles his business. And he gets off pit road leading, and then the 88 passes the 2 with 42 to go. And at this point, these two guys are going to start duking it out a little bit. This is when people are going to say the 88 should win the championship. He's won a bunch of races this year, and the point system is not fair to these guys that win. The playoffs aren't fair to how these guys that run these races and win a lot. And so the 2, I think, just had a good strategy. He took care of his business, and he passes the 88 with 24 to go. And that's kind of how it went. And RCR has been strong in the Xfinity Series and Unlocked Cup, which we'll get into here in just a minute. But I'm good with Jesse Love. Like I said, I'm a fan of him. And It was a good race. All in all, I thought that they had their tire issues somewhat. There was some passing going on. So just like as a fan's point of view, I thought it was a good race. And I thought that was kind of a good lead into Sundays with what we would maybe see. And I was pulling for Allgaier. As he's getting older, he may not get a lot more chances. So anytime, and he runs good at that track. And I was hoping he was going to do something. And I felt really good about there at the beginning. But at the end of the day, it went to Jesse Love. First championship for Xfinity. And we'll see what his plans are for next year, which probably be probably be the same as this year. But hopefully he gets some chances with RCR or somebody in the future. I think if he can get maybe one more year in Xfinity, and then once he can move up to Cup, he might be somebody that people don't think about right now or talk about. He could really be the next star if he can get hooked up with the right sponsors and whatnot.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I was going to ask you, do you think Jesse Love or Austin Hill is a future RCR? Like, one of them has to be. So who do you
Jesse
think?
Love.
Yeah.
Austin Hill. Yeah, Austin Hill's just too much of a damn idiot and nightmare to promote and put as somebody that you want to carry your franchise.
But they're
Yeah,
blue
I agree.
collar.
I think Jesse Love would be the future of RCR.
But they're blue collar. I mean, Austin
But they're
Hill
blue
is
collar.
blue collar. I mean, I'm just not sorry. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I really hope that RCR doesn't throw away their chance because I think Jesse Love is an all-around better race car driver than Austin Hill. If you go look, I think Austin Hill had more wins this year for sure. But I don't know. Jesse seems to be one of those guys that kind of escalates a little bit sometimes when the pressure's on, and that's something to strive for. And I know it's not going to matter as much when we throw away the best playoff format we ever had, but we'll see what happens. Overall for the year here, Eric Amarola wins the owners. How do y'all feel about this difference?
Nobody
in owners?
cares about Eric Amarola doing a burnout.
Well, I was about to say,
what? Like,
go ahead. I got my
man,
go
that
ahead.
was some. Like, what the hell? Like, honestly.
Yeah.
You didn't win the race. You won the damn Owners' Championship that literally nobody cares about. Bruh,
Yeah.
get over it.
They want.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I already changed the channel after the race, so I missed all that. Or I'm not sure if they showed it or not. But if I was there, I would have been like, dude, what are you doing? Nobody cares about the Owners' Championship, so go celebrate somewhere else. Don't be doing like it's either you win the race or you win the championship, then you do your donuts. Not for the Owners' Championship.
Well, I mean, he that's the closest he's ever going to get to win a championship.
Yeah, he can't win anything other than an Xfinity car, so it don't matter.
I mean, I don't know. 17 races doing a burnout at Phoenix because you won an Owners' Championship. Just that ain't it, bro. That ain't it. No class. That's my problem with Eric Amarola. He has no class, and I was really glad to see that the other people on social media that agree with me that the man has no class. So, hated to see that. It is what it is. I really don't like this thing in the Xfinity Series where the Owners' Championship and the Drivers' Championship are separate. I really would like to see some way to fix that. I really don't love this thing. And Junior Motorsports, who I'm a fangirl of, is doing this next year where you're going to have mixed drivers and cars a lot. And I understand it's a pay-to-play situation, but like I would really kind of like to see something different. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's something they can do with this new points. I don't know if everybody's points are going to be the same next year. I have no idea. But I would like to somehow discourage owners from doing this like half and half schedule. I don't, when it's if it's a back marker car, and I don't know how to say it, like it's a back marker car, like that's fine. If it's, one of these guys that's got an up and coming team like Jordan Anderson Racing, right? And he's got one full-time car and one that he's got to split, that's fine. But like we need to figure out a way for the sport to be more sustainable than Dale Jr. having to split, two of the best 4 cars in the series between 5 drivers. Like that's not what you want. That's not how you build names, right? If names are built here, that ain't how you do it. So, good news: the Xfinity Series is going to allow 10 races for Cup drivers next year.
What do you mean Xfinity Series? It's actually the O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series.
Shut the hell up! It's still 2025. Yes, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series will allow 10 races for Cup drivers. So we'll see how many races Kyle Busch gets in. I'd like to see him get back in there. I do think, like I said earlier, this colleague team going away, who's gonna up the car count for Chevrolet? Chevrolet's gonna need some. RCR picking up another Xfinity car could be very doable, I think. Have it, put Dillon in it, put Kyle Busch in it. And any other.
Let's put Cletus in a junior motorsports car at Daytona.
Baby.
Let's do it. Let's do
if
it.
It doesn't have a
Dale
bald
Jr.
eagle on it, though, it's not okay.
Let's make it happen.
I mean, listen, Cletus already needs a deal with look, Valvoline, red, white, and blue, Cletus, Eagle, number 88, Freedom, be perfect. But we'll see what happens there. So, overall, Connor Zilic, best race of the year. Unfortunately, just came up a little short. Got passed clean by Jesse Love. Hate to see that. That's what I talk about this whole playoff format. Did you lose sleep Saturday night over Connor Zilic not winning the championship?
I didn't lose sleep. I honestly think it will make Connor Zilic a better race car driver in the future. I think he's going to be the next damn greatest driver. He's going to be the next Kyle Larson if he can stay healthy and not fall off a race car. He's got that it factor, and he's got the talent. He can drive just about anything.
Well, like it.
I didn't lose any sleep over it. Didn't put much thought into it, and I think it will help him in the future. But I'm gonna go a little opposite. I'm gonna go do a little cold take for Connor Zilic here. Goes to Trackhouse. I say he won't win next year in his first year, and I think he's just gonna be a little humbled over there at Trackhouse. I think. But hey, that's my take on that.
You don't think he's gonna win on a road course?
Whenever we go to a road course and SVG and Connor Zilic battle for the win, the whole race 20 seconds ahead of the field, you can be wrong.
Yeah, I mean they are going to do it for sure. And SVG's pretty daggum good. SVG's gonna have time on him in that car, So we'll see. I mean, I'll give you props on the take though. I actually think I don't think he'll win an oval. I really don't. I think we've seen over the last few years it takes about 3 years, right? Like that is the number, right? I mean, you look at Chase, Larson. I'm drawing a blank. Bell. It takes some time, man. Like the Cup Series is hard. It doesn't matter what they drive. You're not going to win straight in it. So. Give him some time.
Unless you're Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yeah, but that doesn't even count because it's road course. Anyways, we're not even going to talk about that today. We're just not. But I don't know. Overall, I thought for the year for the last year for the Xfinity Series was a great year. CW was the best TV partner of the year for NASCAR, if you ask me. Same channel every week. Great broadcast team. I felt like Jamie Mack and Adam Alexander and all that. I thought they did a great job. So, does anybody have any disagreements?
I got one thing to say about the CW. I think it's the greatest broadcast that NASCAR had all year between any of their series. And I just got to make a pick at a certain old man that we all know that says their best reporter, Parker Kligerman, has no talent. You know you're wrong. Parker Kligerman is a great driver and a even better pit reporter and just reporter in general at the races. He does great. Love his input. He's a great driver.
PK to go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Pops, that's for you. I like it. Calling him out on the last show of the year, maybe. All right. Sounds good. Well, I guess that takes us to where it really counts here. Phew, baby. I don't even know where to start. So I'll start with the text thread because that's pretty much the notes I have in here. I wasn't taking notes yesterday. I was just texting the group, so y'all pretty much know all this stuff. But so going into Phoenix, after all the races, did y'all feel pretty good about your picks? JP had the 19, D-Watt had somebody, and I had somebody else.
I had no idea what was going to happen going into that race. Honestly, I felt like some was going to go down, and it kind of did. But it kind of didn't. I had no idea.
Big one.
I got one quick take before you get started. So pre-race, and I did watch some of this, which I said last week I wasn't going to turn it on until the green flag. But I did watch some of this, and the part that I did watch is why in Why in the heck is Denny Hamlin crying on the national television before he gets in the car? It's just not a good look for him, the sport. I mean, I get it. You know, there's a lot going on with his dad and whatnot. I understand all that. I'm not saying anything bad about his dad. I'm just saying, I don't know. Like, if you're already all choked up for the race starts, you ain't even strapped in. You ain't strapped in yet, and you're already getting emotional. Wait till something does happen out there that doesn't go his way. Then what's going to happen?
Solid point. I mean, I actually put to my pre-race notes, and I texted y'all this while we were watching them do the announcement. Sydney Sweeney, amen, and all that. But like, Larson looked, he was pointing out people to the crowd, laughing, like talking to Hamlin. Everybody else is standing there looking stoic, and Larson's like, "Hey, buddy, look at that!" Yeah. I was like, he looked super relaxed. Denny looked like he had the world on his shoulders, and he did. And, like, I don't know, man. I don't think that's the right approach for him. I think that's the approach that he took, and I say it's not the right approach for him. He did everything he could, kind of. But I don't know. Byron looked like Byron. He looks like a middle school girl sometimes. I love William Byron. I really do. He raced good, but, you know, he was scared of Sydney Sweeney to start the race. Austin Dillon tried to, you know, introduce him over there in the driver meeting. That was pretty funny. And Chase Briscoe just like he was playing with house money. He also didn't look like he thought he was going to win, in my opinion, but he also maybe felt like he shouldn't have been there, and he had done good to get there. So, I don't know. Does that sum it up pretty good? I like you know, your thing on Denny crying. I'm like, what? I mean, it's okay to be emotional. I'm an emotional human as well, but I had me worried for him for sure. But I'm telling y'all, Denny put a lot of effort into this, and we'll get to Denny at the end of the race for sure. But I don't know. Anyway, stage one. So we got up here, get this race going. Obviously, everybody's up front, other than the 19, had a rough start. Stage one, Byron pretty much dominates, best I could tell. Wasn't looking too good. There was a while there in traffic. Ty Dillon was holding up the 24 car with Hamlin on his rear end. And Jeff Gordon slams off the pit box. And I was like, ooh, Jeffrey not happy. And I'm like, ooh, Colleague not going to be with Chevy next year anyways. They don't give a damn. Okay, all right, next. So I just want to note that. So, I could tell the tensions were high between Jeff and Rick both, just looking at them on the box, which obviously I'm a fangirl, so, it is what it is. Stage one, William Byron wins. I text these two knuckleheads, and I told them, hey, Ryan Blaney's winning this race. He looked very fast coming to the end of stage one there. I'm sure y'all agreed with that. Y'all aren't. Yeah. You watched it. He finished second. He would have caught Byron another 5 laps. So, did not surprise seeing there. All right, stage two. This is when we start getting into it here a little bit. Stage one was super clean, green, what we expected for Phoenix, right? Stage two, I think with the tire issues in practice, everybody a little bit higher on air pressure to start than they really wanted to be. And then stage two, they're like, okay, time to go fast. I want to go fast. And they started dropping them. Lap 108, yellow for the 88 as he spins. And then as he spins and the yellow comes out, the 19, Chase Briscoe, gets a flat right rear. Absolute God save for him. The spin of SVG there to, bring a yellow out. So that worked out for him. Lap 149, the 16 of A.J. Allmendinger has his third flat tire hit, or his second of the weekend, third hard hit in like 3 weeks. He got absolutely destroyed at Talladega, absolutely rocked twice at Phoenix practice and in the race. I felt bad for him. He was so pissed. Like, I don't know what the future holds for AJ. I'm really curious to see kind of what that looks like going forwards. But Denny Hamlin wins stage two, looking pretty good. At this point, I'm like, oof. That 11 car, man, he's cranking it. He is leading a bunch of laps, which he would go on to lead 208 laps out of 319. So, it's pretty daggum good, really. I mean, it's pretty good. So, anyways, we get stage three, all right? And this is when we get into this whole long list of notes here I took. 19 and the 5 both have a flat on the same lap, okay? Both of them go a lap down, right? Yellow comes out for the 77 of Carson Hocevar. I don't know how many times we've said that this year, but it hasn't been a few. We got an award coming up. He might win it. I don't know. We're going to have to figure that out. But he has a flat on lap 220. So that kind of helps them guys get a wave around. Lucky dog. I think Briscoe got a dog. Larson got a wave around. It just put them both back on lead lap, basically. Chase Elliott takes the lead, 75 laps to go after that restart, and he looked good actually. Like he looked like maybe he was going to be the car to beat. He drove away from Byron, which surprised me a little bit that he even tried. But then it was like Byron, Blaney, Hamlin. So he was like, and I really do think that everybody was a little bit scared of the race manipulation. We'll talk about that more here in a minute. But it seemed to me like everybody was staying away from that the best they could. 24 and the 11 battled extremely hard there that run behind Chase and Blaney, and it was tough there. And I don't know. I really felt like them two were going to battle this thing down to the end of the race. I wasn't sure they were going to win, but I thought it was going to be them two to the end, which it kind of was. So we'll get to that. But anyways, then the two lose the tire, smokes the wall lap 260. So we're getting to this point like about every 40, 30 laps we're having a yellow for flat tire, just for the record. Keep that in your notebook. That was at lap 260 with 50 laps to go. Have a restart on that one. The 11 and the 24 are absolutely getting after it. Byron puts it in Denny's door like 4 times on the straightaway, trying to hold his line there. Hamlin ends up getting out in front of him. I'm like, he gone. I really thought that was the end of the race. Hamlin pulls away. The 44 has a flat tire. 44, J.J. Yaley. J.J. Yaley, an unchartered 44 team, a 66 of Casey Mears, have absolutely no business in this race. If you don't have a charter, you should not be in a championship race, period. Just, you're in the way. That was a very short run, which ended up really helping Larson and Briscoe there, to have that short run, and it was what it was. So after that, Larson and Briscoe take their 2 tires, get to the front. We have this restart. The top 4 is the top 4. Byron and Hamlin on second row with tires. Briscoe and Larson on the front with 2 tires. It gets pretty wild. So they have that restart, 29 to go. Chase would have been in that group, but he sped on pit road like an idiot. He just got done dirty by timing lines. That's something I don't really listen to him when we go to races, but like Bristol in particular, if you ever go to a Bristol race, listen to Chase pre-race on his pit road runs. He is so aggressive on like his pit lights, and like if you watch, that's why his pit times they're pretty quick. But he does speed, and a lot of times when he speeds, it's in a curved section. It was a curved section of pit road that got him. So that's just something kind of I noticed with him. He's kind of got to watch that. That's usually when he speeds at curved pit road. So, and he like made a line to drive past Denny. And really, on the broadcast they said, well, you can see him going faster than Denny. It wasn't the going faster. It was really the lines that he cut because of the turn. Is what it looked to me like. But so we have that awesome restart. Hamlin takes the lead. I'm like, oh god, it's over. So we watch him go lead for like, I don't know, 40 laps, 30 laps, whatever it was. Like, this thing is over. It's like 2.5 laps to go.
I texted y'all and was like, yeah.
Did what? What?
Yeah, I sent y'all a text like, well, yeah, I don't know what to think about it.
Oh, no, it was like as soon as, I was watching it on YouTube TV. As soon as D-Watt sends a text like, well, I guess it's over. Boom! There goes the 24 car in the wall. I was like, about to get real. And, so then they're left with this pit decision, like no tires, 2 tires, 4 tires. Obviously, the 11 truck won the championship Friday night. So, Chris Gale and Denny Hamlin, as pointed out by Pops, just said, hey, listen, worked for Heim. It is what it is. We're just going to do what they did. We're going to win this thing. And so they take 4, restart 10th. Larson takes 2, restarts like 4th. We have this crazy restart. I thought it was pretty wild. Hamlin he gave his best shot, just didn't stick on the bottom. He couldn't go 7 wide like Corey Heim because at the end of the day, he just doesn't have that Heim talent,
No, here's the real reason. It's because Corey Heim is racing a bunch of losers with no talent, and Hamlin actually had to drive with drivers that have talent. Well, that's what happened.
I mean, that's fair, but I also just, at the end of the day, they're not the same. But I do think that probably had a pretty big, Denny and his crew chief, Chris Gale, they had clearly decided before the race, if you listen to any of the post-race after on Peacock, they had decided that, like, this is what they were going to do days in advance. They already knew what they were going to do. And I understand the idea of being on attack. And, like, one thing I think if you go throughout the year, just from, like, that crew chief decision, 2 tires wins on 1 restart, 4 tires wins on 2 restarts. Look at Chase at Kansas. 4 tires got it done, right? And there was just so many guys stayed out, and there was a lot of guys took 2. And I think part of their thought process was that a lot of guys would just take 4 to stay out of the way because they didn't want to be a part of the championship battle, if that makes sense. I think just more guys took 2 to try to win the race than they expected. So that's what happens when Penske's up there with nothing that matters but a win, though. I mean, I think that's legitimately part of where that came from. Your boy Blaney took 2 and was like, hey, I'm here to get it done, baby. You had Keselowski and Priest stay out on the front row. Yeah. No tires. What are y'all doing? Come on, man. Sheesh. But so we have the restart. Larson picked the outside, which really shocked me pretty hard. And I've been texting y'all. I was like, if I'm Chase Elliott, Chase was right in front of Hamlin on this choose. I was like, if I'm the 9 car, I'm just choosing the bottom and I'm just going straight to the wall as soon as I cross the finish line. And then Hamlin, I mean, he could have, what I was talking about, staying with race manipulation. I think by him choosing the outside, I think that was a choice inside of Hendrick Motorsports that we don't want this as a chance, at all, for any kind of manipulation. So he just chose the outside, stayed out of the way. And props to him on that. But, I mean, in my head, I'm like, dude, just all you got to do is just run as hard as you can to the bottom. And Hamlin's not getting to Larson right here. And but he did. So I thought it was interesting. But had a pretty good restart. Larson's up in the back of the 6 car. I thought they were maybe both going to wreck going down the backstretch that one time after he hit him on the last lap. Yeah. But come around, have a really good race. Looks like Brad Kay's going to sneak him one out. And then old Ryan Blaney, Uncle Ryan, from the top rope makes the last 200-foot pass there on Keselowski. It was a really good race to the end. They didn't show it very much. Yeah. That disappoints you, D-Watt?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. I guess that's just part of it if you're not in the championship 4. They may not talk as much about you. But really good finish. It was kind of cool, which I liked how the caution came out, which I had Hamlin winning the race in the championship. But I didn't mind that caution coming out. Get the 24 out here, kind of like I said last week. He won't finish the race. He'll have issues. Yeah, that's what happened. But I would have taken 2 tires. If I was been the crew chief, I would have said, give me 2. And 4's going to put you back a little bit. And that's what happened. Hamlin, I just, when I was watching, I just thought, man, he's back. He's back there. And if he can get past those cars, I'd be impressed. And he just didn't have the laps to get to Hamlin. But real quick, I'm going to jump into the whole victory lane thing. So Blaney gets the win. I'm watching this race live. I'm thinking, okay, they're going to give maybe some kind of on-track interview like they have all the other races. I get it. People care about the championship driver, but I mean, like Menards and Penske and Blaney fans should have the right to hear their driver talk after the race. But apparently it was on Peacock. I didn't even check on that. So
neither did anybody.
That's my take on that. Is talk to the drivers on TV there.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this was a great race with a great finish. I mean, honestly, this could be the best race of the year. Straight up, just regular race. It's a good finish, strategy, late race drama with the yellow, and it wasn't like an artificial yellow where somebody was an idiot. This was somebody driving to make a pass, blew a tire driving so hard. It was. I thought it was a great race. I felt bad Blaine didn't get interviewed, but it's always for Penske that's a little something to take in. Not making the playoffs, but win the race. No, it's not what could have been. They still had a goal, like Blaney said it. We didn't make it. Our goal was to win the race. We won the race. So we get to go to Daytona and be happy now, right? So that's good.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though. That last restart, I was nervous. I thought the 4 tire was going to work. Until I saw Hamlin did not clear the 22, and I knew that we were good. Yeah. Larson was going to be a 2-time champ after that.
Yeah. Thank you, Logano, for finally being Logano. We really appreciate it. He's short track racing. Finally came back and got him. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought it was a really good race. Obviously, Kyle Larson finishes second or whatever. Was it second? Third? He finished third. Third, wins the championship. Denny Hamlin comes home absolutely dejected, second in the championship. Chase Briscoe third, William Byron fourth after the blown tire hitting the wall. So, it's very interesting reactions. We'll get into that. I guess, so my questions are, do you have a problem with Larson winning this championship without leading a lap? That's my question number 1, D-Watt.
I don't, that's tough. As a fan, like, the rules are the rules. I would have liked to have seen him, out front leading some laps throughout the race. And like he said in the interview afterwards, I didn't lead a lap, and I won championship. And he was a guy that probably didn't get as much love as he probably should have got throughout the week, I don't think. And I think Hamlin got a lot of the attention. And Larson's, Joel picked him, JP picked him, and it was a good pick. I don't mind Larson. I like Larson as a driver. I met him twice. I got pictures with him, his autograph and whatnot. So I liked him better when he ran the late model. I was more of a Larson fan when he ran the dirt late model. Now that's kind of gone away. I don't see him at the track anymore at the tracks around here as much. But I would have liked to have seen him lead the lap and be more competitive throughout the race up front.
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
Oh God, here it comes.
All right, everybody whining about the caution, and everybody saying that Denny deserved to win the race. Denny deserved a championship. We gotta just put this all out on the line. Larson, throughout the season, had the best stats. Okay? He had way better stats than Hamlin. He had the most points of the whole year. And then when it came down to it, Hamlin and his crew chief made the wrong call. The call should have been to take 2 tires and keep track position. Okay? Hamlin did not have the talent when he needed the talent to win the race. Larson made the risk of taking the 2 tires, getting the track position, and when you have this stupid format that only matters at the end of the race, he did what he had to do. And that's how it's going to be. You can't go back. You can't change it. With the format that they have, it creates moments like this. It sets up the series for failure in every way. There's never going to be anybody happy with this format. And hopefully next year we get something better. Hopefully. But at the end of the day, Kyle Larson is a 2-time NASCAR champion. Let's go.
I was a big fan of the Caitlin Larson Busch Light shotgun.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all saw that. That's always a highlight for me. That throwback to the dirt days for him and dirt late model days, right? That's where that started. So I don't know, man. The format. There's all this talk about the format today, and this is what I have to say. First of all, the Denny. I don't like Denny Hamlin, straight up. I haven't. You can go back and watch this. I haven't liked him since day one. Never liked him. D-Watt knows I got 2 drivers that I love to hate, and it's Denny Hamlin and it's freaking Joey Logano. Blaney is whatever, but between them 2, I just can't stand either of them. Never have been able to. As long as I've been a race fan, there's always been guys you didn't like, and sometimes guys don't like who I like. Guys, there's a lot of people hate Chase Elliott. There's a lot of Chase Elliott fans. There's a lot of Chase Elliott haters. There really are. I walk in with a 9 hat, be like, "I'll get that BS out here," But it just is what it is, and the thing about Hamlin is he put in maximum effort. He did everything he could. He led a race high 208 laps, set himself up to win this championship. Now here's what I want to point out to all you people like JP bitching and moaning about the format. So, for the record, without this format, Dennis Hamlin would have absolutely 0% chance at winning this championship. He was 7th in the points, had the 7th place average finish. He didn't do anything to win a championship other than win, the right races and move on. And he studied this is what I give Denny credit for, the whole preparedness thing. At the end of the day, I really put this loss on the crew chief straight up. Crew chief made the tire call. It is what it is. That's my opinion. You're more than welcome to disagree with it, Denny. It's not Denny's fault. And he did everything he could. He prepared. He was faster than everybody on the racetrack. They brought the best race car. He put the most time in. Yada yada yada. He did it when it mattered. Crying or not, he prepared, did his part, and they didn't get it done. And that's racing. Feel bad for him. even though I don't like him. I do feel bad for him. We'll talk about that. That'll be more my Dear Dennis segment later down the road in this show. But it is what it is. But this is what I want to point out. This is why, to me, this is why racing is my favorite sport of all, okay? It is the absolute hardest sport to win other than maybe golf, right? And it's because you have 40 guys go out every weekend and only 1 out of 40 wins. Not 1 out of 2, not 1 out of 3, 1 out of 40. Okay, that's a lot, and it's hard to win. It is hard to win, okay? I really hate that this whole thing has turned into this daggum points format talk because, to me, NASCAR established this playoff so that we could have that race that we had yesterday. To me, that is, and it will be because it's changing. That is the single greatest championship race you will probably ever see in NASCAR. And whether you appreciate that as that right now, that's up to you. But I'm telling you, to me, 15 years with my kids, 20, whatever, and we're talking about it, I'll go back and I'll say this is the greatest single championship race there was. It just, they're not going to come down like that. I just don't see that with where they're looking. It's just not going to be the same. So, I don't know. They got what they wanted, and it's the end. I put on X yesterday, like, enjoy it because this is the end, right? And, like, unfortunately, I think NASCAR's about to take a bad downhill turn. I hope I'm wrong. I'll be a fan, but I'm very worried for the sport. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good race. Kyle Larson wins. I thought that was great. JP pointed out something really interesting, D-Wop, before you came in here and we started. Hendrick Motorsports has won the last 5 championships if you go to the points championship.
Yes, sir.
And that's because they are the most consistent team, right? And cream rises to the top. And it's going to be Gibbs and it's going to be Hendrick. I mean, I know that everybody says, well, they're going to race different, blah, blah, blah. Can you imagine if you get a world where Kyle Larson, who has never done this in his career, settles for second? Because how many times has that dude been second or third and been like, I want to win and wrecked? A lot. I don't know. Racing's going to change. We're going to have to hear about it. Was a good points day next year. I can't stand that crap. Cannot stand it. I just can't. I'm sorry. I mean, everybody. I guess everybody's forgot. Everybody's listened to daggum Jeff Gluck and Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Mark Martin, and they have forgotten how bad these races were. I remember being a kid, listening to Phoenix when it was the second to last race before Homestead, right? I remember the year Matt Kenseth won. I believe Junior won the race at Phoenix that year, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it just doesn't matter. It don't matter. None of these races are going to matter. I remember that year that, Kenseth won the race at Homestead and won the championship. Like, but he didn't win all year until that. He'd already locked up the championship. It just doesn't matter. Like, in my opinion, given what was going on in NASCAR in those days, I think they probably rigged it for him to win that race because they didn't want somebody to win a championship without winning a race. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, there'll be some decent points battles, but it's not going to be this high stress, this tense, this much pressure going into the race. 4 guys with a chance to win. 2, 3 at max, right? But really 2. Look at the Lucas points. You had the 3 best guys on the track, and if you go 1 through 20, the strength of field is way less in Lucas than it is 1 through 20 in NASCAR Cup Series. Am I right? Like, so.
Oh yeah.
It's just not gonna be what it was. I hate to see it go. This to me, like at Phoenix, we end up with tire wear. Finally, we have a great race. You get this pressure from the points, great race, and you get this championship that. If you like Denny Hamlin, you don't like this championship. If you like Kyle Larson, you like it. But what you have to understand as a race fan is that moment, that emotion, that's what matters. It's no different than a football game. This idiot that we talked about on this podcast early in the year tweeted some absolute just garbage today. But he was talking about like that, Willie B spinning out is like putting a football game back to 0-0. I mean, let me ask y'all a question. Now, World Series played 7 games, damn near 8 games, and they went 0-0 into inning number 10, Game 7. Did they not, essentially? And was that not the greatest moment in baseball, to go to Game 7? Is that not what we're here for? Is that not what you dream about as a kid? Right? Like, isn't that when you're in the driveway, Game 7, at the plate? Kyle Larson got his chance, did it. Cliff Daniels got his chance, did it. Okay? Then he didn't. Chris Gale, first-year crew chief for Denny. I'd like to point that out. First-year crew chief. That's tough. He did a great job. He blew it. Sorry, is what it is. Should have gone for 2 tires. I don't know. I am gutted for Hamlin, even though I hate him. Like, I feel it right here. I understand the pain. It's tough. It's hard to see somebody lose like that, but especially with all the stuff with his dad and all that going on, which we're not talking about here too much. And he's done a good job not making too much about that. Honestly, I thought the coverage made a little bit too much about that, if you want my opinion. But Denny gave it his all. Kyle gave it his all. Briscoe. Byron literally drove the car in the wall driving so hard.
Yes, sir, he did.
Think
drove
about
the
that.
wheels off
That's
of it.
what we want, man. That's what you want, right? So, I don't know. I thought it was a great race overall. I feel bad for Hamlin on that, but it is what it is. One thing I want to point out, and I was curious if y'all noticed this. What crew chief was wearing a fire suit?
Cliff Daniels.
I'm pretty sure Cliff Daniels is
Every
about
race.
the only one that wears a fire suit. And I decided that it's the leadership there. Cliff Daniels pulls that team through. Kyle Larson is one of those guys that's wrecked a lot of race cars. He don't know a daggum thing about a race car. Like, JP probably knows more about a race car.
He knows that the clutch is on the far left, the brakes in the middle, and the throttle's on the right. That's all
he knows there's 2 pedals he doesn't touch and 1 that he does. That's pretty much all he knows. But, like, I mean, I'm serious. Like, Cliff Daniels has got this team through it multiple times, and, like, he made the right call there. And, I think he is the Chad Knaus currently. Like, I think for a while it was Paul Wolf. I think he's definitely, if I'm naming off my top 3 crew chiefs right now, it's probably like, Paul Wolf, Cliff Daniels, and I don't know after that. I mean, the Chris Gale's been pretty good this year too, but I actually think for me it's probably James Small is number 3 if you really want to know.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably my top 3 crew chiefs and 1 per manufacturer even. So I don't know, but just thought it was interesting. Cliff wears a fire suit. That means he's not afraid. He'll go over the wall. I feel like when he's with his guys, that probably means something, that he is a part of the team. I don't know. I like that. I go back to the whole thing at Martinsville, buying up the hot dogs like they talked about teardown, take back to the shop to work on this car. It mattered. They needed it.
Yep.
They got everything they needed. So, congratulations, Kyle Larson, on a great year. 2-time champ, 33 years old. He has 32 race wins in the NASCAR Cup Series. Denny Hamlin is 44, has 60 wins, 44 years old. So if Kyle Larson wins 3 races a year for the next 11, he passes Denny easily. At the rate he's going, he's going to have more championships than potentially Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart. At this point, I actually think a format change will help Larson, just kind of given what we know about Hendrick. He's not ever leaving Hendrick. He is the Hendrick driver right now. Honestly, none of them guys are really going anywhere. Bowman's a maybe, I guess. That's nothing even. I don't like Bowman, but that's nothing against Bowman. But, like, Chase is probably the second out the door. But Byron and Larson, they ain't going nowhere, boys. They are locked in. So be ready for it.
Sure.
Be ready for it. So, other than that, anything else we need to talk about? You already covered the Peacock thing. This post-race, man, you have got to have this daggone post-race. This is the Super Bowl. I'm tired of hearing about Daytona 500 being the freaking Super Bowl. They had the Super Bowl this weekend, and I got 2 problems with it. I didn't talk about this yet. They played it at 3:30 in the afternoon on a Sunday. They had fireworks at their daggum driver intros in sunlight. What the hell? Fireworks in sunlight? What are we doing? I mean, I texted y'all before the race. Just imagine if that driver intros was under the lights when it should have been.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the atmosphere. I mean, it'd be rocking, dude. Like, I know Phoenix is late. Okay, have it somewhere on the East Coast. Hey, drive up the road up there to Bristol. I don't care. Wilkesboro, Charlotte, go do it in Charlotte. I mean, I'm
Charlotte would be. Charlotte. I think Charlotte would be the perfect track to have the championship.
And I don't want to hear nothing about the weather. I went to Neyland Stadium Saturday night. It was cold. I was there. There's 102,000 there, in case anybody's curious. Just saying. If your product's good enough, they'll do it. So, I don't know. I'm really disappointed in that too. So, other than that, here's my questions on Hamlin. I want your answers. JP, you go first. D. Watt, you go second. Is he ever going to win a championship? Number 1. Number 2, will he drive next year or will he retire? Pull the car leverage. JP.
I think he's going to drive. I don't think he ever wins a championship. I just don't. I really think this year was his year to have his chance. And I just, he's got a record of choking it. I think he might keep choking it.
Do what?
Yep, that was probably his best chance. So, no, he will not win a championship. And after the comments he made after the race, I say in about 4 to 6 weeks, once he loses the lawsuit and all that good stuff, I say he's going to step away and retire at the end of the year.
I like it. I mean, I agree with D-Wad. I'm telling you, if they lose, I think the lawsuit determines if Hamlin comes back or not. I watched that man sit in that car for like 3 minutes and felt bad for him. I hate his guts, whatever it is. I don't hate him as a person. I hate him as a race car driver, right? Just like I hate Alabama. I don't hate the guys that play there. I just, it's no different, right? Like, I don't like Alabama. I don't like Duke. Yeah, I do hate J.J. Redick, just for the record. But, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. I feel bad for him, but, yeah, if they lose this lawsuit, I don't know that he comes back. We'll see. If
I do got to say,
yeah,
the best tweet that I've seen all day, somebody posted the picture of Carl Edwards, the day after he lost his championship at the press conference announcing his retirement, and said, Denny Hamlin within the next 8 hours.
I mean,
I thought that was pretty good.
I hadn't seen Actions Detrimental pop in my podcast feed yet. In fact, I'm going to check right now and see. I mean, it's still not there. So, I don't know. I feel bad for Denny. We can talk more about that, I guess, whenever I get to my one hot minute. But it's tough. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to see him go. Wouldn't surprise me if you do, though. I actually think this format was better for him. In my opinion, Denny's not a guy that he's not consistent. He wins, but he's not consistent. They have issues. Given the schedule next year with 6 road courses, 5 road courses.
Yeah, he's screwed.
He's screwed. Like, he's not a road course racer. He used to be good at plate racing. He really hasn't been that good in next-gen era of plate racing. In the next-gen era, he's won some races, but it's all kind of the same racetracks, right? And I don't know. We'll see what he's got. I'm really curious to see. I don't want to see him go because we got to have the villains out there, But
Amen.
We'll see what happens. So I guess that about wraps it up. Anything else we need to talk about for the Cup season? Like, I want to score. D-Watt, you'll go first.
Okay.
Out of 10, what do you give the overall grade for the entire season?
I give it a 7. I thought it was a good year. I thought there was always room to improve, but I thought we had some good races, and I thought the packages, in my opinion, were okay. I don't get too caught up in the horsepower stuff. I just try to see what I see on the track. Some races had good tire wear, and I mean, it was. I don't think it was anything wild, but I thought it was better maybe than in the past.
JP?
I would give it probably like 8.5. I think it's been the best year so far with the next gen cars, and I don't know if this supposed horsepower increase will make the racing better, and I don't know if it's going to get better, but so far I feel like this has been the best year for overall racing with the next-gen cars. And obviously Larson won the championship. It's going to give it a couple extra points for me. But, I mean, I'd give it an 8.5.
I like that. I also would fall somewhere on the 8 scale. I'm not exactly sure. Part of me wants to say 9 because I just don't think you're ever going to see this again. I really don't. But this is my synopsis, quick synopsis. We started this season. Christopher Bell was really hot. He was quick, which was good, right? And then the tracks got kind of The races were and the races is what I love. The races got better. The tire wear. Amen. Thank you, Goodyear. Right? They have fixed racing in a year. We went to Phoenix early in the year. It was garbage. Came back this time, different tire. I thought it raced really well. The tire wear mattered. Pit stops mattered again. I loved it, man. I actually felt like as the year went, because of the tires, the racing got a lot better. I think we're at the best point of racing in the next gen car. I think that some people will tell you that we're at the worst point because there's not the parity that there was. But nothing against Rick Ware Racing, but I don't want to see Rick Ware Racing win races. I don't. I want to see the good long teams. And hey, 20 years if Rick Ware wants to win, that's fine, but get there. Joe Gibbs wasn't there for a while, right? They went when they switched to Toyota. They were in. Then they were real good, and they've had some years, but they're back up there. Penske was at the top there for a minute, and now they're kind of back to third. I don't know. I like it. I thought it was a really good year overall. Trying to be non-biased on the Kyle Larson thing. If Denny, and I can legitimately say I would say the same about the season if it was Denny or Kyle won the race. Even if I don't like Denny, I wouldn't like it. Wouldn't trash the season. It felt like he needed to win. I don't know. I thought it was a really good year. So that's pretty much all I got. All right. Let's see if there are any other notes. I did want to point out. So your top 3 average finish for the year, just for you people bitching about the points format. I want to point this out. I want y'all to think about this tonight. Christopher Bell, best average finish. Chase Briscoe, second best average finish. Chase Elliott, third best average finish. Kyle Larson, 4th. Denny Hamlin, 7th. Just remember that. Just when you go to sleep tonight, remember that. Hamlin won 6 races, came up short. Was the most wins. William Byron led the most laps, came up short. Barely, Penske won, a fair share of races, but just didn't make Final Four, and they would have. If they would have made the Final Four, they'd have won the race. Everybody thought that going into it, and I think that's true now. So it's a good time. All right, other than that, do you want me to actually do the prize now, or do you want to do these awards? Do you want your prize?
Let's save the prize for last. I got a little speech to give, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So let's do
this.
the awards.
D. Watt's award will be the last award. You better not give too much of a dumbass speech. I'm gonna drop a hint. I'm gonna tell you. All right. Do you think that I spent more or less than $100 on this prize?
Oh, more. Come on, buddy. More.
It was.
More.
So don't. It can go back. By God. So, we can. I got an airhead right here. I can tell you this is the prize if I want to. So, just think a little bit. But anyways, all right. Awards for the year. We're trying to make this kind of quick. Obviously, I told us going to be a long. We're an hour and 15 minutes into this one. These are just some goofy awards I kind of came up with as we go through. We'll try to write them in. If we don't, it is what it is. So, worst driver of the year. This can be any series, dirt, asphalt, whatever you want to say. Who was the one that you're just like, bleh?
Kyle Busch.
Damn.
Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch.
That's a good one.
Man, we've fallen for it. JP, you want me to go or you got one ready to go?
Worst driver of the year out of every series. Man, hate to say it, but give me Denny Hamlin.
Okay. I was trying to give these out as like actual factual awards, but I mean, 6 wins, 2.5 laps late from a championship.
Choked it when he needed it the most.
Probably the most popular driver award, honestly, coming. That's ignorant. Whatever. I don't know. So there's a couple guys like in the dirt world that really just like wreck once a race, and I just really thought I could put them in here.
Oh, hold on. I got to change mine now that we go back to this.
Yeah.
Give me Cade Dillard.
97, Cade Dillard.
What a dumbass.
I thought there is a dumbass of the award a year at the end here, if you want to.
Oh, I got a different one for that.
All right, I got a few. I don't know where to go with this one. I'm going to go with I could go with Amarola, but he just pissed me off. He really wasn't that bad. I guess give me who's one of them guys that ran World Outlaws and wrecked every night? I don't know. I can't even think of names, but the ones that caution lap 20 pull in every night. I don't know. Just give me the 44 J.J. Yaley. I don't know. There's so many guys in trucks in particular that just spin every week. Actually, give me Cody Ware. I'm sorry. Cody Ware,
there you go.
It was he was the one that it came out all the time. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? All right. This is kind of the same award, but most yellows award.
Carson Hocevar.
You can have it. Do you want I'll let you go. I'll pick one.
Daniel Suarez.
Oof, that was definitely on my list. I'm gonna go with. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just going with KFB. He spun so much, man. He spun a lot. It was a lot of harmless spins, but he spun a lot. Damn it. Hopefully he gets that figured out. He did that last year, too. All right, most improved driver of the year.
Give me Bubba Wallace.
I actually like that one.
Okay.
Just for the record. JP?
Give me SVG. At the beginning of the year, he kind of sucked at the ovals. But towards the end there, I feel like he's really starting to kind of pick up just a little bit and got a couple top tens. I think he's going to be something to beat here coming in the future.
I like that one. I'm going to go with your Xfinity Series champion, Jesse Love. Learned the racecraft, ran behind the 88, struggled. Got it done when it mattered. Him and Connor are buddies. I don't know. I was thinking about this today. I'm trying to think about, like, if I lived with one of you two knuckleheads and we finished first and second in the championship. And, like, you won 10 races and I won one but just beat you for the championship. Like, how great that would feel for me, and two, how bad that would feel for you. But, like, I think Jesse Love, most improved driver, and I really think that RCR needs to take a look at making him their driver instead of, worry about other. I put most deproved driver, which is, like, the opposite of improved. I don't know if that's the right terminology. I'm sure Pops will let me know. So, anyways, I picked Daniel Suarez. I feel like this man, especially late in the year, just turned into a wreck waiting. Whoever picked him for the yellows, like, he can't hit a brake pedal in a yellow. He spins chase like all the time. Like, what is he doing? Like, why is he even on the racetrack? That was mine. Backslider. D-Watt, what about you?
Ty Gibbs.
Oh, we're gonna go Ty Gibbs. You went for a switch up. You already have Bowman in here, but whatever. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I actually like the Bowman pick, but we'll give you Ty Gibbs. That's good. JP?
Give me Tyler Reddick. Where the hell has he been this year? I mean, what happened? What happened to my boy Tyler Reddick?
2311, the lawsuit and everything. It's the mullet. He shouldn't have grown that. That's probably what it was. He's got that thing going now. We'll see what happens there. Whoa! Sorry, I just scrolled down. JP's got him on blast. Oh, damn, you're not wrong, though. All right, Dumbass of the Year award. D-Watt, we'll let you go first.
Oh, man. So Stenhouse Jr. said he was going to kick somebody's ass down to Mexico, and then he's going to get back from Mexico. And, it's always had a storyline with him all year, and then he just wrecked at Nashville. All this stuff happened all year, and it was just, he's a dumbass, and I get tired of his... He's always got something to say, and he rides around in the backpack all day. And then he never did kick nobody's ass. I was still waiting on that, and that never did happen. So,
cheers.
That's mine.
I agree. Good call. I'm going to go ahead and put mine out here. I'm going to give mine to the 21 Austin Dillon for absolutely destroying Eric Amarola at it was Eric Amarola, right? At Indy. I think it was Eric Amarola, right? Remember when he turned him off the fence?
Yeah, you mean Austin Hill, not Austin Dillon?
God, sorry. 21 car. Bennett, that one. Bennett Transportation 21 car. He's driving for Austin Dillon Racing. I apologize. Yeah, definitely Dumbass of the Year award. And then to come out and say you didn't do it, like, absolute just, what the hell? Cade Dillard was a close one on this one.
Yep.
Michael Page, excuse me, also on this. Max Blair for his nonsense at Eldora was also on this list. Like, there's actually a few of these that I have, but yeah, I feel like
okay. I have the dumbass of them all.
Austin Hill has to definitely take the cake. All right, JP, he's
the dumbass of all. Chris Gale, what the hell were you thinking? 4 tires, bro. What the hell? You blew it for your boy. Hope you can find a job next season.
Whew. I mean, if you go one single decision that was the dumbest decision of the year, I think that's the one. So I'll give that to you. All right, best story of the year. This again, dirt, asphalt, whatever you want it to be. Like, what's your favorite?
Ross Chastain winning the Coke 600. I thought that was a good story there with the past they're late in the race. I thought that was one of the top races of the year for Ross.
JP?
My story is still ongoing. In fact, this weekend is probably the biggest step in this story. It will be Max Verstappen coming back from 1,000 points behind to win the 2025 World Drivers' Championship in F1 this weekend at Brazil. It is going to rain. He is the best rain F1 driver currently, and he is going to whoop their ass, and he is going to get points, and he is going to win the 2025 champion to make his 5th World Drivers' Championship.
So, for a negative person like me, this is a very hard one to pick. Actually, I don't know if y'all noticed. Most of these are negative awards, but I was trying to put, like, one in here. I'm really struggling to this one. I guess I am going to give best story of the year to. I feel like Caden Honeycutt's not a bad option on this, but I'm gonna give it to Connor Zilic, the guy that gets hurt, gets out of the car. Kyle Larson wins in his car, absolutely cranks it, goes out, wins 10 races. I think that's impressive. Like, he saw what could happen in his car when he wasn't in it. Missed 2 races, won 10, came up a little short Jesse Love in the championship, but I think he definitely did more than anybody thought he was going to do. So I think that's probably the best story of the year for me. I think Denny's story of transformation, which I'm about to get emotional, but is also like a close second. I just want to throw that out there. Like, he's gone from being like hated to like he's got the podcast, he's got the fans, he's open with the fans, all this stuff. So that's that. If he would have won, that would have been the best story of the year. But Chris Gale's a dumbass, so that wasn't possible. All right, worst storyline of the year, D-Watt, what you got?
Probably the false information about the track that was done by NBC, Weber Valley, whatever it's called. I thought that was quite funny on my end to that they wanted to report on that.
NBC Chicago. Yep, good job. Chicago. JP?
My worst storyline of the year and my most upsetting moment was when I realized that the post saying that Max Verstappen was going to drive a NASCAR Cup car in Mexico City, when I found out that was fake, I was pretty much about ready to go cry in a corner. So that pretty much sucked.
That was a good one. This one is a tie for me between the playoff talk and the lawsuit 2311. I think they're both pretty bad for the sport, so I hate to see that. No negatives in dirt this year. I really felt like all dirt series acted right, so I was glad to hear that. So congratulations. All right, worst media member of the year. This can be an announcer, broadcaster, pit reporter. It can be somebody who has a Twitter. I don't really care. Anybody that you were just like, get out of my face. You can pick. I'm going to give everybody 2 on this one, part A and part B. So
my first one, it's not even on the list. It's not the one that I have mentioned here.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Give me Ruben Morales, bro. Dude needs to quit announcing. He's terrible. Don't like him. Don't like his voice. Don't like his attitude. Announces for the worst series. Dude needs to get a better job.
Dynamite. Wow. All right. What's your number one?
My part 1 is I hate to say this, but Jeff Gluck. I thought I really liked him.
That was mine.
I thought I really liked him, and then the more I learned about him on his podcast and whatnot, it's just not for me.
Yeah. My part 1 and part 2. My part 1 is definitely Jeff Gluck. Like, absolutely, just he's turned into like a whiny little girl, and I can't handle it. And like the problem that I have with Jeff Gluck is he has such an influence. And like when he went to jeffgluck.com and all that stuff started back in the day when Twitter was great and not junk, which Twitter's junk now, and the Good Race Bowl started and all this stuff. And we got all this awesome data, and like now he's got that podcast and he don't do nothing but whine, man. And like, to me, him and Mark Martin has single-handedly driven this damn playoff stuff out. And like, I just watched the best championship we're ever going to see yesterday, and it sucks. I hate it. I'm not happy with him about it. So yeah, that's my part 1 too. JP, part 2. Let's hear it.
My part 2 is a media member very near and dear to my heart that I've seen have some very bad takes over this year doing this podcast, and definitely going against his own words quite a few times, and that would be you, Casper the host.
Oh, wow. All right, fair enough. Hey, I'll take it. If I'm considered a media member, I'll take it. I can wear it on the sleeve. D-Lot, what's your part 2?
Something I'm not a big fan. I mean, he's okay, but Mike Joy, he's just not my favorite. Not really for me. He's getting a little old, and maybe they can get somebody new up there next year or soon, maybe in the following years.
Yeah, that's not a bad one either. I would say Lee Diffie, but I don't like Lee Diffie. I just don't like Lee Diffie for NASCAR for whatever reason. I'm gonna go with, man, I really don't know. Jeff Gluck's he's up there at this point. I guess for the year, I'm gonna have to go Mark Martin. Like, the former driver that's getting on social media and acting a fool all the time, pushing this playoff stuff. I'm sorry. I like Mark. He's cool. He was at Boyd's a while ago, with Trader and all them. But like I don't know. I can't stand the playoff talk and negativity. So this is.
Can I have a part C in this one?
As long as it's not me again.
It's not you. So I know y'all don't watch Formula One, but if you have watched any Formula One TV coverage, they have the world's greatest driver, Danica Patrick.
No, wow.
Out there.
All right.
And bro, every time she's on there, she's usually next to like Jensen Button on there talking about something. Yeah. And everything that she says, you can just see the other reporters around her just like visibly cringing because she's saying some stupid shit that makes no sense.
Wow. Let's not hate on Danica Day. That's ugly. All right, that's enough. All right. We'll end this thing with a little positivity by talking about the worst race of the year. No, we actually have one more after that. But worst race of the year. JP, you got an opinion? You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's hear it.
Eldora, Jonathan Davenport, bending it again. Every year. Just bends it. Can't do it.
Stuff. Do you got one that sticks out in your mind?
I don't know. I don't really have one on that. I guess I'll stay away from the worst. I don't really have like a definite one on mine.
That's fine. You're more positive than me. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Mexico City, trash. It was a terrible race. Yeah. Sorry. Everybody went down there, got sick. Race wasn't good. SVG stunk it up. That's not really his fault, but I don't know. Just the track didn't do it for me. I don't know. To me, that was the worst race of the year, cup-wise. It is what it is. That race at Cherokee with the pit stops and the pit stop problems is. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was also terrible as well. So, I guess that's what I got. All right, best race series of the year, dirt, asphalt, you name it. You can pick it. JP, what you got?
Give me the NASCAR Cup Series, baby.
Call him JP NASCAR face.
Kyle Larson.
Oh, yeah.
All day.
Homer.
Every day, baby. Let's go.
What a loser. I'm going to burn his hat when the show ends. D-Watt, what about you?
Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. I felt like it was competitive. My man, I guess I'll call him my man, won the championship. Devin Moran, Buckeye. So, it was good to see Devin Moran get the win finally for championship. So, give me Lucas Oil.
NASCAR-wise, I'm gonna hit the double here. Will be the Xfinity Series just because of the good finish. Great broadcast. But I'm actually this is a little bit of a surprise, and it got kind of ruined by penalty the last week. But I actually really enjoyed the Hunt Front Series points. I thought it was really good. Chase had a lot of guys competitive there. Just unfortunately, Zach Mitchell got that penalty from the tire issue and kind of stunk it up. But without that, it would have been really interesting. So I thought really overall, they did a really good job putting that series and bringing it up to a level of being more on that level of World Outlaws and Lucas just giving their broadcast and everything going on driver talent. So I thought it was a really good series for me. So other than that, I guess that's it. So we'll do the prizes. D-Watt, you win the picks. Would you like your speech now?
Oh, sure. I'll go ahead. Since I won, I will give I could give a big long speech. I could sit here and give a big long speech and talk about how good I am and all that good stuff. But I'm a pretty humble person, trying to be like that. It was a heck of a battle all year. I just want to thank Seth for letting me come on the show, taking a chance on me, and let me get on here.
I didn't take a chance. This is great.
And give me the opportunity to make some picks. That was probably the best part of the show for me each week. Was do the picks, and I started in the back, a few laps down, and came on strong. So it was a lot of fun. I tried to have fun with it. It was fun when we made our picks, and everybody said no chance, and then by golly, my guy had a chance. So it was fun. I had a lot of fun with it, and this prize, whatever it is, I'm going to text y'all every morning with a zoomed in, zoomed out side shot of it. I got a good spot set up right over there, and y'all will get to see it every day like y'all want it. So looking forward to having fun with it, and now that I won, I can have what I want to say, but I don't have a lot to say. It was fun. And looking forward. Hopefully the show's back next year, Casper. It's all on you, bud. Bring it on back. Let's do it again and have some more picks. And that's all I got. I'm the champ.
The champ. I like it. All right, well, my screen went dark because I was trying to hide
you.
trying to hide your prize. I had to get it set up back here for you. So, without further ado, hold on just a second.
Oh, baby!
Damn!
Let's go!
There you go.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
oh yeah!
That's what I'm talking about.
I got a spot for it. I might have to have you help setting it up for me. But oh baby, I like that for real.
I like how I
Thank
said
you.
door number 1, door number 2.
Yeah,
You know why I said door number 1 or door number 2?
because you got 2 of them.
Because mine's over there. No, seriously.
You take your little trip to Sweetwater yesterday there?
Loudon. But anyways, so this is actual race used Corey Hedgecock door panel. I was doing a little research last night because sometimes I got a little bit of the OCD. If you see this sticker over here, it says Lucas right there. There, you see that one? He only raced one Lucas weekend this year. Do you know what race it was?
Eldora?
No.
No
D-Wop,
idea.
do you know?
I don't know.
Florence, Kentucky.
Lawrence, okay.
North-South 100. So this is the door panel from that race. I did a little. I know this one is. So this is. I'm keeping the left side. This is the right side. But they're matching both from that weekend. But I could figure out there's some marks on the left. I could figure out it also got ran in some winds before that. This one I just couldn't quite get enough pictures yet. But I'll keep doing some more research on it. But it's pretty sweet. I did pick it up. I thought that was a pretty good prize. So, I'm sure the wife will really want that up on the wall, probably in the living room. So, at least you have something to display. I did add that little sticker. I don't know if you could see
Okay, yeah.
the caution,
Oh, yeah.
the caution flag sticker right there.
Yes.
So yeah, 23V Corey Hedgecock door panel off the BMF. That was his last race weekend in the BMF, I believe, as well. So that was part of kind of what I figured out last night clicking around. I spent 2 hours on Facebook trying to figure out what car those door panels were on. So I thought it was pretty cool. But hopefully that's a decent trophy. They posted on Facebook this week. I was like, that'll be the one. So that'll work. But other than that, congratulations on winning. Before we get to Hot Minute, just thank y'all to both for coming on here. It'd be terrible if y'all weren't here. It's a lot more fun with y'all here. I did the first year by myself, and it was kind of boring. And racing or not, at least you're still on here having a good time. I run my mouth, y'all run your mouth. D-Watt, you've come into your own. JP, you've also come into your own. D-Watt's you guys' own show now, so JP, you'll probably have one here before too long. You never know. He'll probably talk about Formula One, so which nobody cares about that, so that'll probably help. They're probably getting 27 podcasts out there. But one thing I wanted to give you, D-Watt, as you go on to your own show, and the future of Caution Flag Contemplations is up in the air. I just want to let you know there's one thing I did learn this year that's important for me to give you some advice. All right, there's 4.6 million podcasts out there. Okay. 4.6 million. That is a ton. So here's the deal. You're probably not going to make it. So at least have fun. So that's what I did with you guys. I appreciate you being on here. Had a great time, and I hope to continue it. We're going to the Dome. We're going to party it up there, and we'll do something else. I'm sure we'll have a little betting, something going on up there. So if you guys see us up there, I'll be wearing this hoodie, and JP likes Busch Light. All right. Other than that, one Hot Minute. JP will let you go, D-Watt, and then I will wander down to end the year.
So I got 2. One kind of quick. This weekend is the quick one. Jensen Button's final race ever, he said, at the 8 Hours of Bahrain. He had a pretty good F1 career, won a championship, had 15-something wins. He drove the Garage 56 NASCAR at Le Mans. That was pretty cool. But my real one Hot Minute. During this World Series, I had some revelations and some remembrances of, man, I could probably make some money on some stuff that I used to have. The guy that put the tying home run to go to the extra innings in the World Series, Miguel Rojas, I used to have his minor league baseball card from when he played at my hometown team for 2 years. And then I started thinking, who else's card did I have from that team? Jock Pedersen. I used to have his Chattanooga Lookouts card. what the hell? Why did I lose that? What did I do, man? I blew that one. That's for sure.
Well, D-Watt never would have lost it. He'd still have it for sure. He probably got one somewhere. I know his dad's got one, by God, for sure. So that's a good one. All right, D-Watt, what's your one hot minute for the road?
My one hot minute is Georgia Tech went to NC State. And NC State got the best of us in Raleigh. They're wearing all that red. Luckily, they wore white pants. It helped a lot. But it was just sad, you know what I'm saying? We go undefeated all year, all this talk and all this hype, and then we go down there and lay an egg, and disappointed in that. But I guess my other one hot minute was, we already talked about the Peacock deal. Didn't interview the winner after the race, sort of like to see that. And it was a good year for Ryan Blaney. As a fan, it was good. It had a tough start, but at the end of the day, he won the last race, and that sends me into a smooth, quiet, cold off season, a happy man.
I like it. Well, as far as the, I did a guest appearance one time on this Sport Talk show called Sport Talk with D-Watt, and I said, y'all better watch out for NC State. I'm just saying. Yep. Hate being right sometimes. It sucks, but it is what it is. Well, I feel that it is only appropriate, given the pain that Dennis Hamlin suffered, to wrap up my one hot minute of the NASCAR season with, one hot minute, another segment of Dear Dennis. Dear Dennis, I still hate you as a driver. Sorry you didn't win. But here's what you got to understand. We have to have villains. We always have to have villains. And sometimes villains don't win. Actually, always villains don't win. Darth Vader didn't win. The Joker didn't win. I don't know. I didn't watch that many movies. Is there any more that didn't win? I don't ever remember them. Zurg didn't win.
None of the James Bond movies.
I mean, it's just one of those things, Somebody's got to be, what's Chuck Thunder? Ka-chigga, the dude from Cars. I don't know. It sucks. It sucks for Denny. I feel bad. I feel your pain. But we got to have a villain. And without you, the sport wouldn't be the same. So I want to say thank you for taking the role on. And you didn't beat everybody's favorite driver yesterday. But, sometimes you just got to wear it on your sleeve. I hate it. You're still a good race car driver. You are definitely Hall of Fame worthy. And I hated to watch your pain, but, we can't have the villains win. It's just the good always wins in the end. So, hate it for you. Don't quit. Come back next year. Give it your best shot. And we'll see you out there. I'm done hating. Next year, I won't be a hater. I think Dennis has turned the corner. I'm sure y'all probably agree. Like, he's kind of turned the corner with the fans. Kind of like Kyle Busch did, going to RCR. I don't know. He's no longer booed, hated. So, hate it for him, but also that kind of means maybe he's not relevant. So we'll see what happens, but great podcast. That's part of why I like to get on here too. So it is what it is. Dear Dennis, you're a villain. We need it. It's okay. Maybe next time. Not all winners win championships. I'm just saying. Other than that, I don't got a whole lot more. So I guess we'll see y'all sometime around the Dome. I'm taking next week off for sure. And I don't know. We'll get back on here. We won't. One way or the other. Y'all be sure to listen to D-Watt at where? Tell us where to find it. What it's called?
Sport Talk with D-Watt. Got some stickers made. You can find me on the X, on the Facebook, on the Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. Sport Talk with D-Watt.
Maybe he'll let me back on. I don't know. I might not have done good enough. He got to call me back up. So we'll see. Maybe he'll let JP on for an F1 segment, since apparently that's all he watches anymore. So
that's not true.
Anyway, other than that, y'all watch some dirt racing this weekend. I will. We'll be at the Dome. Like I said, JP likes Busch Light, so if you see us out there, I'm only about 6'7", so be looking. Other than that, been a great year so far. Hammer down. We'll see you next time. Thank y'all for listening to the Caution Flag Contemplations podcast. Our theme music is Hard as Steel by Alex Productions. Thank you all for listening. Hammer down. Find a good race to watch. We'll see you next time.